This episode is brought to you by Shopify. Upgrade your business with Shopify, home of the #1 checkout on the planet. Shop Pay boosts conversions up to 50%, meaning fewer carts going abandoned and more sales going cha-ching. So if you're into growing your business, get a commerce platform that's ready to sell wherever your customers are. Visit shopify.com to upgrade your selling today.
From your fryer to the table, it's a quick trip for crispy fries. But how about a crosstown delivery? McCain SureCrisp fries are designed to go from fryer to container to carrier to passenger seat across town during rush hour down a shortcut that wasn't all that short to a doorstep before they hit the table. And that first bite, the crispiness speaks for itself. To the last bite, McCain SureCrisp fries. Go the distance. See how far our fries can take your business at surecrisp.com/delivery.
Just the preferences. We do hear this word a lot in society, toxic masculinity, right? So this is why, that question is important. Like, is, traditional masculinity harmful, or is it just, something that is productive that we need in our society?
I think we need it. I think it's very productive.
We need to go back.
I don't want a yes man. Come. I don't want a yes man. I don't want to fight with you 24/7 like you on your period. When you have your monthly, like I have my monthly.
All right, welcome back to another episode of Daily Wrap-Up Crew. No book of, but I go by the name of Eli. As always, follow me on IG, man. The real Y Eli. Shoot me a DM. I promise you, I'm gonna check it. As always, we got Ace with us.
It's your boy Ace. I'm in the building.
That's it?
Yeah.
Nah. With no bars and like nothing?
I can't take a night off. Yeah,
That's crazy.
It's not like you, bro.
That is not like you.
All right, continue the show though.
Nah, we not continuing until you come up with a bar.
Yeah, say something, bro. Come back to me. I go out the shoe.
Last but not least, we got Jew.
What it do? It's your boy Jew. Either classic or tragic. When this episode drop, like Dame Dash teeth when the shit he pop. You know what I'm saying?
I think a teeth was he was rumbling that.
Oh shit! You know what I'm saying? Like
move the camera like nobody saw it. He was on live. Like he had to be on live. There's no way you posted that.
Yo,
be on
I still want to be on one of your movies, bro. Just a little bar. You know what I'm saying?
He probably was cleaning them because they did fall in the cup. Like, you know what I'm saying? So he probably
when you do this and it's juggling in your hand.
Anyway, man, we got some special guests in the building. Ladies, let them know where they can follow you at.
Hey, y'all. I'm Desire. Y'all can follow me on Instagram at tropics_J or my business page at the Dollface Factory.
Peace, love, chicken grease. No, my name is. I feel like I was supposed to have a slogan. But my name is Cyan. You guys can follow me on Instagram at sy.syyyy_. So side.side with 3 Ys. That was cute.
Peace, lady. Chicken.
Hey, my name is Carrot Top. You can follow me at the Carrot Top, or you can follow my business page at carrotcollection.com.
Why they call you Carrot Top? No, I'm playing with you.
Greetings. My name is Latifa, and you can follow me at Everything Brooklyn NYC. I'm totally lying. It's Everything Brooklyn INC. Okay. Spelled out.
How you spell INC?
CNI.
Anyway, man, before we get into these topics, hit that like button, subscribe. If y'all not already subscribed, hit the notification bell. I promise you, because we need y'all to stay up to date with all of the drops. Join the membership, man. We're going to have a lot of behind the scenes, early access to videos. We working on some celebrities. I ain't gonna say who, you know what I mean? But if you join the membership, y'all might get a little sneak peek at who's gonna be on the show. Make sure y'all cop the merch. This is vintage. Y'all not gonna get that on the site.
Hit me up personally. I got you.
You can hit Ace up. He might be able to, like, you know what I mean?
Y'all gonna see after the show.
Yeah. And then me and Jew got the merch. Also.
You know
get the merch. Dailyrapupcrew.co, man. Let me get to this first topic. Is being single a conscious choice, or does society view it as something that needs like explanation? Like, what's your thoughts on this?
I would say today, in our modern day, it could be seen as more so of a social, just a justification, just a status type of thing. And that's only because people are not really looking for real love. It's kind of like, okay, what can you offer me? What can I get from you? And so if that's something that I can show off, if that's something that the public may deem as success and health and wealth, then yeah, we're going to do this. But when we go home, yeah, I'm going through that phone, and that's toxic. Or, just negative energy. It's just kind of like it, but hey, I'm getting something in return, so push that to the side. I don't think it's real.
So you be going through phones?
Nah.
Been there for that.
Yeah.
Do I go through phones?
Yeah.
I have.
Okay.
I have.
Are you a chronic? You know what I mean?
Chronic? No. Chronic, no, because when you chronic, that's when you get your heart broke. So you gotta know who you're dealing with.
It only
and be
take
like,
that
all
one
right.
time, man.
You gotta know who you're dealing with.
Okay.
Has a man ever went through your phone?
I would think so.
You would think so.
I would think so. Because I don't know, but I haven't ever gotten
He never asked
pressed about something on my phone. So
They know to delete. They got they had that delete. You know what I'm saying?
Delete. Like they got that shit down pat. So what's your thoughts? Like, you think being single is a conscious choice, or is it just like, something that needs explaining? Like, is it like taboo almost?
I don't know. For me, I just feel like if I'm gonna be single, I'm gonna just be single. Like, and I don't have to explain that to anybody, but I feel like, and I don't even want to say this day and age, because it doesn't even matter how old people are. Like, age is nothing but a number, okay? Because as they get older, they're just stuck in their ways, and when they're younger, they're just not mature enough for me. So I just felt like she said, the justification outside is more of like what you can get from it. Like, so I definitely agree with what she's saying, but I feel like for me, like, if I'm gonna be single, I'm gonna be single, and it's gonna be my choice, not caring about, what outside people think about it. Right. And that should always be somebody's choice. Like, you should never be in a relationship because of somebody else. You should be in there because you want to be there. And if you want to be single, you should want to be single. You're born by yourself. You're not a twin. But even if you a twin, y'all ain't come out at the same time. So y'all got like 30 seconds or 2 minutes apart. But I just feel like either one is a conscious choice. And that's for you to figure out. Nobody else,
It is a conscious choice either way.
Okay, Carrie Ty, what's your thoughts?
I think being single is a conscious choice, period. Like, if you, I don't think it has anything to do with society at this point. At any point, you could choose to be single. Anybody could choose to be single, whether you're a man or a woman. Like, being single is literally just being by yourself. If you want to be by yourself, how is it, what does society have to do with that? If I'm choosing to do what I want to do for myself. Like, some people want to be single for the rest of their life, because I think that's really what the question is talking about, like, not ever having a partner. Like, some people are single until they're like 40 or 50 and they don't have anybody and they're comfortable in that. And they don't want any partner because they're good with whatever their business is. That's their life strategy. Like, they want to be single. So it's nothing wrong with being single. It's just a choice.
You think they're comfortable though?
I do.
I see a lot of old, bitter people.
I mean, some of them is bitter, but I feel like there's some people that really just choose that lifestyle.
Is it a choice, or is it the only option they got? You get what I'm saying?
I can't speak for them, so I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know, but I personally feel like it's possible.
I got some aunties at home.
I mean,
niggas ain't ringing their phone. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, you don't see them.
Sorry, auntie. Don't call me later.
They always single at the cookout, man. Like, never got no man. Like, what's your thoughts on this?
I mean, I have to say it's pressure, I have to say I feel a little bit of pressure. First thing that pops up for me, honestly, is going through a bit of a breakup and telling my baby father, like, I'm finna leave you. You understand? He like, you can't make it out there on your own.
He said that?
Yes. So that is a pressure in itself. Like, society, even though it's coming from one person, he probably felt like because things cost so much and this and that, you have 3 kids, you're not gonna be able to do it on your own. So yeah, it's a bit of pressure. You know what I'm saying? From society, for me being 42 years old, 3 children, the pressure is there.
For sure.
If I could kind of piggyback off of what she said, my point that I was trying to connect with was there are people like she was saying, they'll put that in front of you because that's what society does. Like, I may think I'm better than you, so I'm gonna show you and I could tell you, but nobody knows everybody's experiences. So at the end of the day, I choose to be single, I'm walking away from a bad situation, or I'm just walking away from a relationship or a situation, and I feel that's best for me. But you have people with their opinions on, hey, I know you work a 9 to 5. I know you're making it check to check. So I'ma just say, hey, you're not gonna make it. Like, you're gonna need me. You're gonna be back, or you're gonna find somebody else. Like, but it's like, in reality, this is a conscious decision that a person may make, and they are mentally, some of them may not be, but a lot of people, when they make that decision, are mentally already prepared to be single. They're like, hey, I know I'm gonna be lonely at night. I know I may not be getting that D every Friday night that I'm used to, you feel me? But at the end of the day, like, I feel like these choices are better for me, but that doesn't stop people from making their opinions and, just...
I don't want to be single, though.
Notion.
You know what I'm saying? I want my man up under me all night. You know what I'm saying?
I really appreciate you saying that.
Like, that's not the vibe. That's not the
not the
vibe.
vibe.
I don't want to... No, let's talk about what we need to talk about and compromise and,
I think recently there has been a narrative, specifically, I think, pushed towards women to encourage that single behavior. And, I always say this, like, the only people that benefit from somebody being single is the government, because when you're single, you work more, you consume more, you're more materialistic, you just spend more. Like, so it behooves the government to push out all of these rhetorics about, oh yeah, women are happier when they're single. When they're single, women are happier when they don't have kids.
Trip.
Like, you know what I mean? Yeah, girls, exactly. It only pushes women to spend money. You know what I mean? I don't see that narrative. I do see more men saying that too, like they'd rather be single, but honestly,
men got more to lose though.
Some men have more to lose. Yeah.
Being single?
No, I'm saying being in a relationship.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
That's
true.
That's why we prefer. What you mean how?
But like, how you feel that way?
Financially, we're responsible to take care of y'all, right?
Okay, so if you have a baby with somebody and then...
I mean, pushing out a baby, what that cost you?
What does that cost? My body? First of all, I dance.
Huh?
Life. So my job is my body. You understand what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not a stripper. Like, teaching that, I was like, clarify.
We gonna clarify.
I know, like,
3 dances on the set.
Like, we all like, we all dance.
Yeah,
we all dance. So you feel me? So for me, like, we've all been on tour before. Like, we dance.
It's important.
Dance. It's very important. My body is very important. Like, I just had a baby 5 months ago. Weird. Right, exactly, because my body is important.
So it don't look like it costs.
Huh?
You know, snap back.
Ask me about my
Everybody don't got that snap back.
And look, no disrespect to women. I appreciate women that have children. I'm just saying.
If I get down there, you're gonna have to help me out. So it costs a lot of money, okay?
So you had making these before that?
Bodies done. And you talking about what it costs? Females be walking around here with dots in their body because men is like, what is it called?
That's a choice. That's a choice.
But your commentary.
No,
not you, but I'm saying a man's or anyone's commentary can make somebody. I don't want to get my body done. Be good where we at. But anybody's commentary will push somebody to get their body done.
If you ask women, they say they don't do it for men. They do it for themselves.
It's lying, and it depends. It
really depends.
Come on, now. They're lying.
Come on, now.
I can't speak because I don't
If you're used to looking some type of way and your body does not bounce back a certain way, and then you're outside and people are like, "Oh, I remember you used to be mad skinny." Imagine hearing that every single day. Oh, you used to be thick, girl. Now you mad skinny. So now somebody's like, you know what? I gotta get my butt done. My boobs is not what they used to be.
Nah,
I don't care.
Some shorties never even have no ass. So we wasn't talking to her.
If you ain't got no booty, then
it's squat time.
We all got sections. Little booties matter.
Exactly.
Big booties.
What's wrong with flat booty?
Nothing is wrong with them. I just don't have one. I'm like,
little booties matter. As long as it gotta bounce though. If it don't bounce, then you gotta get out. Get out.
There's some flat surfaces.
Get out.
You gotta get out.
We having boobs and stuff.
So like just to go back to the topic. Like, see, this is what you was talking about. You're like, they never stay on topic. What's your thoughts on this, Keith? Like, is being single a conscious choice, or do people view it as something that needs explaining? Like,
I think it's like in older years it was tougher for women because there's a lot of pressure on women to get in relationships, and as they get older, it's like that clock start ticking, and your mom start asking, all right, when you gonna give me some grandchildren and shit. I mean, even me myself now, I'm approaching mid-30s, and my mother be asking me the same question. I'm like, man, I can do this whatever. It's all good. But I don't really feel pressure to get into a relationship. I feel like when the time is right, it'll happen. But that comes with being comfortable with your space and where you're at in life, and everything else will follow.
So you're just trying to eat and run.
What you said, Jew? Bro, I'm not you, bro. You took a shot to eat cake. You know?
No, never.
You was eating cake last weekend?
Never.
That's why his phone was
going. Come here. Yo, you do ad-libs?
Nah.
I ain't know this was, you know what I mean, Styles P and Jadakiss, nigga.
That's why you ain't want to watch today.
Can't be
texting you on the show.
Nah, like I said, I just do think there's much more. This is that narrative. I'm honestly tired of hearing that narrative. That single, everybody should be single. Because then, what are we telling society at this point? Like, everybody just gonna be single. Nobody cares about family. We already don't care about family. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
family matters. Like, the kids need to see a mom and dad in the home. Even though I've seen and experienced dad and mom being in the home and it not even being as functional. And then seeing people who don't live together, like the way I grew up, my parents weren't in the same home, but it made sense. You know, quality time was being spent, boundaries were made, but we just need to reset. We need a little bit of a reset. My people perish for a lack of knowledge. Like, we are lost.
I think when we compare societies that's, encourages the single behavior to the promiscuous behavior, we compare that society to more traditional societies that focus on families. We can see a day and night difference. It's not even like close. Like, you know what I mean? The women, the men, like everybody's dysfunctional. We just have a dysfunctional society, and that's because we are encouraging this certain lifestyle. Like, you know what I mean?
I did a slight little Google. I just wanted to search up the benefits of being in a relationship, right? It says less stress, longer life, better healing, happier life, support, decrease in pain, growth, enhances longevity, healthier behaviors, better physical health, better productivity, feeling fine, healthy relationships encourage personal growth, improves sleep, self-esteem, boosts heart health, low blood pressure, avoid loneliness, greater sense of purpose, reduce depression. All right, it's a longer list, right? But look, I did a little slight on being single, and the only thing that popped up was freedom, better relationships outside, more time for yourself, better sleep, better fitness, financial control, and increase in self-awareness. Sounds like a selfish motherfucker if you ask me. You know what I'm saying? But
self-awareness is very necessary before you get into a relationship.
In between relationships.
Well, in between, yes, because I feel like taking space in between, and I am guilty for not taking space, but taking space in between a relationship is very important, because then you drag things in from the last relationship, and trying to get out of that while you're in a relationship is crazy. It's wicked. So having that little self-awareness moment.
You could do that in a relationship. I just think it's just less things, and the things that you get from being single, I don't think that equals happiness. It may be for some people, but I think you're happier and you build more with a relationship.
Yeah, I think people keep lying. Yeah, people keep. No, see what he's talking about with the Google saying,
that gotta be a
healthy
relationship. I think everybody just equates this dysfunctional. We don't talk about the healthy dynamics within a relationship. That's what Google's probably telling you. When everything is clicking on all cylinders, there is a ton of benefits. But when you're in a toxic relationship, obviously, or it's a dysfunctional.
But why do we always just grab to the toxic? As representation.
Yo, let me know in the chat if you were in a relationship and it's less stressful than when you were single. That's what I want to know. Let me know.
Everybody break up.
Wait a second.
He might be on to something, nigga.
The thing is, I feel like people are not dating with intention. So if you in a relationship and you don't know why you in a relationship, it's like, am I dating to get married? Am I dating just for pleasure? Am I dating because I want a partner to travel the world with? You understand? So to know, do I want kids? I remember when I was 27, I was like, I'm ready to have kids. I was on the brow. I was like, let's go. Who's what?
And how long it took you after that?
I had the next year.
Oh shit! Okay.
I was focused. 28. I had my first.
So. He was focused. Let me see.
A bit of that.
Pew, pew. Listen, let me get to this next topic. It says, how do you think childhood attachment styles influences the way we form relationships as an adult? Can you break this down for us? Because I had to Google attachment styles. I didn't even know there was all these different attachments. Yeah.
I mean, at least from my perspective, because I don't have no professional. Listen, y'all can't look me up nowhere under psychology. Okay, I'm a disclaimer because I know how y'all be. But from my own personal experience, I feel like what happens, and not exactly what happens, but your childhood is so essential and important to the person that you become. That is the foundation. Where do you come from other than child, you know? Or your memories, your morals, your standards, your boundaries, those things are instilled in you from a child. And so when people, you know, they may grow up, they may not be taught, you know, the best. They may not have that access, you know, certain things do happen. I just feel like sometimes when you get a little older, it could be the lack of knowledge. You didn't have the knowledge growing up, and so you're missing something. And now you're going into experiences, you're going to encounters, blind-eyed, kind of, you know, because as a childhood, maybe you didn't have that guidance or an experience to say, hey, I learned. And so I don't know, but I have a son. He's 3, and I'm watching him grow. And for me, it's live in action. So I'm seeing how important every little thing that he's taught, every little thing that he witnesses around him in his environment, how it's like molding him, you know, into the person that he's going to be. And so I see it, and I'm just like, okay, now I have to have an open eye and be very careful, because this is the next adult that I'm raising. You know, this is the next person that's going to step out into society and have to, you know, just experience life. And I want him to have the best guidance in that. And so do your very best, you know, as parents, and everybody don't have that, but the child is very important, y'all. You gotta do that.
For sure.
I do want to, because like I said, I had to do my Googles real quick, because I'm like attachment style.
Got
So I do have 4.
the developmental stages.
I have 4 attachment styles that kids develop that carry over into adulthood. So the first one says secure attachment. It says children feel safe and supported by the caregivers. They are able to give space to explore their environment, knowing that they can return to a safe and comfort environment. The second one is avoidant attachment. Children may become emotionally distant from their caregivers due to the caregivers not being emotionally available for them. The third one is anxious attachment or ambivalent attachment. Children with ambivalent attachment experience inconsistent responses from their caregiver. They become clingy or overly dependent, or they fear abandonment. And the last one is disorganized attachment. This style develops when caregivers are a source of fear and instability, often resulting from abuse or neglect. The children feels confused about how to relate to their caregiver. And I think when reading this, the one that stood out to me the most is the anxious attachment, because it shows, you know, when your parents are inconsistent or they don't have that same level of emotional like response to them, then they develop this sense of abandonment or fear, or they don't want to open up as much. And I see a lot of people in our community like kind of experiencing that. And then when they get older, they feel like, I don't want to really give too much emotions to this person, or I want to get too attached to this person because they might abandon me or whatever the case is. And that might affect your relationship with your significant other and things of that nature. So, I mean, what are your thoughts on that?
So I'm happy you broke it down. No, but it's funny that she says like live in action. Like I said, I had a baby 5 months ago.
Congratulations. Happy for you.
But I also went to school for psychology and human services. So everything that you just said, I used to study like in school. So it's really weird to have to put it like in perspective. And like she says, like everything they see, everything that they hear, like they
you can see it.
Yeah, you can see, but you can feel it. And like to be the mom, I never really I used to hear a lot of people talk about like, oh, like when your kid is like on your chest, like at a certain point you're like your hearts are gonna sink. And I remember like the first time I experienced that, I was like, oh, this is like a real thing, you know? So like if I'm crying or something, like to not be so close or something. Like I feel like you know, the other day I was like crying at a little moment or whatever. But I was holding a baby, and I felt like he went from like cheesing to like, you know, he was like looking at me like, you know, but I was holding him. So I'm like, oh, girl, you gotta stop crying. I like, you know, put him down, did a little stretch, wiped my face, and then, you know, I came back, and after I was like, we gotta play on a play mat or something, you know, just to change the energy. But in terms of like how you pointed out the anxious aspect of it, that's why a lot of kids who are in school have issues like bonding with other kids or bonding with teachers or anybody, because when they feel like someone cares about them, like for real, they don't even know what it feels like.
Yeah.
So they feel like, oh, like, is it fake? Can I trust you? Because it's like it's confused. Yeah, like you're confused because it's like, oh, you love on me one time and now you're yelling at me, or like, no, put that down. So, you know, even when we get, because sometimes the kids be bugging. Okay. I work with kids.
Especially them COVID babies.
Okay.
My baby's a COVID baby, so I can say that.
I work with kids. Right.
I can say that. They be bugging.
Especially.
Like, I work with kids and I have a kid, and in my brain, I feel like this is the first time in my life where I'm like, yo, I need to think about my career because somebody's going to get beat up. Like, I remember being pregnant and I was teaching pre-K, and I was pregnant and I was just like, all of the kids were so anxious in that class. Like, I'm talking about little girls running back and forth, like pulling on teachers, like they can't sit still, or they like, and because they get away with it at home. They feel like I can do this for attention. Right. So when I don't have your attention, I'm tantrum, throwing myself like, girl, don't throw nothing at me. I got to do my job a little bit. But yeah, I just feel like that stands out to me every time. Even when I was studying it prior to me having a kid, I'm just like, I never felt being anxious because how she brought up before, the 2-parent household. Like I had a 2-parent, like my parents were together for 23 years and it may not always have been functional, but I can say that I've had that experience. You know what I'm saying? And I will always be grateful for that. I love my mom, I love my dad, and they may not like, you know, be together now, but they're still everybody's very active. It's functional. And maybe dysfunctional. I don't know. But it's cohesive is the word. It's enough for me not to feel the aspect of I feel like I'm avoided or I don't have anybody to speak to. You know?
Yeah. If it worked, then it worked.
Well, when you said anxious, personally, I just really thought about like my parenthood and how I grew up and how like I want to say I had the most secure parenthood, even though I did grow up with both of my parents, and everybody would say that I had the most perfect childhood ever because I was spoiled and all of that good stuff. But people don't understand, like, if your parents are not really paying attention to you, it matters. Like, even though, because I was a really good student, so I didn't need attention because they felt like I did everything I need to do. And like, I'm getting straight A's. I'm getting, like, so there's no need for you to really pay. I'm going to do my homework. You don't have to tell me. So it's like they didn't really give me the attention that I wanted. So I went and sought attention because I didn't get it.
I'm gonna my hair orange.
Right? I'm gonna go out here and be the most exuberant person in the world. So like, I'm really friendly. Like, I'm just like the most extra person ever because like I didn't get that in my home, and then I'm the youngest. So it's like, I'm the only girl. So it's like, well, I'm not the only girl, but my sister's 19 years older than me. So basically, I'm the only girl, an adult
in the house.
So I didn't have that same, like, I would say structure that I would like to have had, but I still had a great childhood. And I feel like nowadays, because I work with children and I work in a certain field where I see parents every single day who are not taking care of their children, I think that they need to focus really on that. Like, your kids need you. Like, the kids of this generation, I don't know what's going on. Like, I really just don't. I don't know what this is. Like, but you guys got to pay attention. Like,
they're not getting their ass beat. That's what it is.
They're not scared of their parents. That's what it is. They're not scared at all. They don't care about what
they're not scared of their others. That's what it is.
Well, that could be it too, but sometimes it's 2-parent families and they're still not scared.
The fathers, they got
my sons was downstairs. I should have told them niggas to do push-ups for y'all.
I seen this video, and the guy, real quick, he explained the difference between there was like a podcast. The kid was like, "Oh, when mommy asks us to do something, she got to ask us like 2 or 3 times. But when daddy asks us, we got to do it the first time."
Yeah.
And so the guy, he gave an experiment, and then when the mom did it, it came off more friendly, more of like a suggestion, like, "Oh, okay, get ready," or whatever. And then she got to say like 3 times. When the father, "Yo, get ready right now," like, you know, they do that shit immediately because it comes off more authoritative. And just to go with what you said, like, I think a lot of times, you know, the attention from your parents, I think we see that when we don't get that, because I've seen some women say they didn't get that attention from their parents or their fathers, so now they seek it with men, and on the vice versa with men. Some men have that mother figure in their life that maybe might be very much masculine or too aggressive, so they seek out a woman who is more softer or whatever the case is. So we see that type of interaction and how that impacts the dating life or the dating situation or just your outcome in general. Like, you know what I mean? So what's your thoughts on this?
So many different thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I need you to ask the question again. Just
the question is, damn, what if? Oh yeah, how do you think childhood attachments influences the way we form relationships as an adult?
So first thing that pops in my mind is hugging. You know, growing up, not really getting as many hugs. Like, I learned how to hug in college. I went from Flatbush, Brooklyn to Valencia, California, and I met so many people from around the world, so many people from the United States, and learned how to hug. My Russian friend was like, oh my gosh, what's going on with you? Smoking cigarettes, all kind of Marlboro and this cigarette, that cigarette. And the hug made me feel better. And now that I have kids, like, I'm making my business to hug all the time. You know, that matters. Hugging matters. Like, you can really change someone's day, someone's life.
Even like saying I love you, things like I love you.
Yes, I love you. I honestly, you know, I low-key taught my mom how to say I love you. Like, even hugging, like, I felt the resistance from her. You know, as a big woman, I'm like, and then slowly she got it. You know what I'm saying? Slowly we, you know, was able to be like, I love you on the humble, getting off the phone, or, you know.
I don't know why that feels weird. Yeah, you ever like trying to get off the phone with somebody that you actually like really care about, like I love you or whatever, and it doesn't come up as like, oh, okay, later, girl, like I love you. It doesn't come up like that. It's like, all right, bye. All right, later. All right, all right.
Like,
until somebody like,
why can't you say I love you?
Right,
like
answer them, Eli.
Yeah, why can't you?
Why?
Oh, why, Eli?
I don't know what y'all talking about.
But not
I love
like,
you, bro.
Yeah, like that should be okay. We need to normalize that.
Look, but he can't.
What you mean?
I said it's mutual.
What's mutual?
Like the love is mutual. Like,
so tell me.
Huh?
So tell me.
Nah, you need
Oh my gosh. Do we need a group
we're
hug?
talking about it right now.
Nah, I did. I said it, but
No, you did.
I gotta turn up the volume. I said it, like,
Come on, Eli.
Let's have a moment of silence.
Yeah, go ahead, E. This your time.
Shine,
what is wrong? What is wrong with y'all, man? Listen, our next topic. Like, you know what I'm saying?
We're gonna work on that. We'll circle back.
We gonna circle back. Like, what's your thoughts on this topic? Damn, man, y'all put me on the spot like this, guys.
We get to come together as a. Inhale and exhale.
Yeah, just breathe, man.
At the end of the show, I got you.
The threats.
You gotta take a whole show to prepare.
Think about to fight the nigga after the cameras go off. I told you, Dr. Zane, love on yourself.
I told you it's mutual. I think it definitely affects your adulting. Like, I had the same experience with my mother. Like, my mother, like, I knew my mother loved me, and she's a very great mother, but she wasn't affectionate, and I didn't even realize that until I got into a relationship, and she was very affectionate, and I'm like, yo, back up a little bit. Like, why you over? Like, you owe me all the time. And shit. So I was like, when she would tell me how I'm not affectionate. I'm like, how the fuck I'm not affectionate? Like, you know what I mean? So when I had to look at it, I'm like, damn, I'm really not. Like, you know what I mean? So then I went to go ask my mom, like, yo, why you ain't never like hug me and kiss me all that when we was growing up? She was like, I don't know. You know what I mean? So now, and even like saying I love you and stuff. So now I'm like on her and my sister, because my sister's like apple in the tree with, like, so I'm like spreading love around the house. And I took them to the airport the other day, and she's getting out the car. She's like, okay, I love you, son. I'm like,
yeah,
there you go. So you learn it.
I think to teach people how to love you is a thing. Like, even though they've been in your life for a very long time, to be able to say, like, I need you to hug me, or I need you to, you know, tell me that you love me, you know, because closed mouths don't get fed. So the fact that your brother over here is reaching out. And really,
to circle back.
I love it, bro. No, it's mutual, bro. I love you too, bro. Nigga whispered it.
Nigga unplugged the mic and then said it.
It's a start. It's a start.
Nigga, every time you say it to him, he gonna have that audio for you, right?
You'll play on like, I should do that.
I actually find it common that we I don't know how common it. I know I experienced this. You know, I was neglected as a child where I think I didn't have neither parent around, so I always like looked for love, and it was my flaw because it started to make. And I'm not making an excuse for myself, but I thought it always made me feel like one time, like it made me into a player, I would say, because I never got love. Then I had love from 1, 2, 3, 4, and it kind of built this negative character in me that I thought was a good person because everybody finally loved me. You get what I'm saying? So a lot of things that you deal with as a child, it kind of cause an effect to how you know, what you give off and back into the earth. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, some kids that you felt like you were neglected because you were good, but that could also make you, you know, look for another person, the wrong person. Or you may not be a good person to the right person because you don't give a fuck. You was never watched before or checked. You get what I'm saying? So you don't know how to correct yourself if you was never correct. You get what I'm saying? So it's a lot of different things.
Right. That's the problem.
That's valid, man. Wait, go ahead.
I was about to say, at the end of the day, like, your parents is supposed to be the one to teach you, but if they were never taught and they never learned that themselves, like, it's just going to keep going, like, generation to generation until somebody break it.
To be a first generation American means a lot. Like, my parents were immigrants, you know, and them coming over here, their parents coming over there and bringing them, you know, was a big thing. You know, and it was like survival of the fittest to survive Brooklyn in the 70s, late 70s, early 80s, even in the 90s. Like, you had to have really, really tough skin.
Thanks.
And even working for other people, the women in my family were caretakers. My grandmother used to be in Long Island making $100 a day, taking care of other people. And it's hard. Like, I see my mom on the refrigerator. I remember seeing my mom with a picture family photo of another family, you know what I'm saying? Different skin, not black or brown, and it affected me. I'm like, why you have taking family pictures with other people's family and we don't have no family picture? Like, it disturbs me to this day.
You know what that remind me of? You ever watch Atlanta? It's
that
a show.
One show. I want them to do a second episode.
They got like 3 seasons.
3 seasons? Is it one?
Well, before we go into that, there's one episode that talks about me and Drew watched that episode, but it was about a Caribbean woman, and you know she was taking care of a white family, and she spent a lot of her time raising their kids, where she was neglecting her own kids. And when she passed away, her kids were at the funeral like, yo, I wish my mom would have gave me the same love and care she was giving these white kids that she was, you know, raising or whatever the case. And that is a sacrifice. You know, a lot of, you know, caretakers or givers or whatever, they end up sacrificing their own family to look after another family. Like, that's not theirs. Like, you
don't have the same energy for them.
Don't have the same energy.
It's mind blowing. You know what I'm saying?
That. Like, home is home. Home is center. Home is first. So,
but that check, you know, off the books money too. Child, listen,
we gotta draw the line. Like, cause you essentially you're supposed to be bringing home the check for the family, to the family. So, if the family is missing out on the essential, but hey, you got food in the fridge. Oh, you got a nice outfit. You can get yourself to and from. Like, okay, well, damn, my core, that home is gone. Like, mom, the stuff that is supposed to install. I'm a female, right? So let's say that was my situation. I don't have mom to give me those feminine morals, those standards. And, you know, I mean, I don't know how everybody feel about this, but I don't think you're supposed to get that from no other outsource. Like,
no thanks.
Mom, you're a female. Like, I think that should be your go-to person. That's not the situation for everybody, but
no, it isn't, because I remember the devastation. My mom working all those hours with all those people, her coming in the crib, and all she wanted to do was have a little Heineken, a little blood. You feel me? Like, she needed to de-stress. She wanted to de-stress. She needed that time, you know. I can't say how healthy it was, you know what I'm saying, on a consistent basis, but when you put forth all that energy, even me working a charter school this past year, having to be there at 7:20 in the morning to 4:20 in the evening, I go home, it's dinner time, bath time, and I'm looking at everybody like, what we talking about? Talk to me tomorrow. Like,
exhaustion?
Yeah, so it's, you know, balancing work and motherhood. Like, I wish I could be a stay-at-home mom, you know what I'm saying, like 24, but having to work and balance it out, it's rough. You gotta.
Yeah,
I give my mom. Oh, yeah.
Go ahead.
Now I would say I give my mom the props because I only got one, and it's real brand new. A girl is losing it. My mother, no, seriously, I gotta give her props because there's 7 of us.
Goddamn.
Okay, she was bored. I don't know, but anyway,
She definitely wasn't bored.
No, I love her down, but it's like she did her best to like keep all of us together. I ain't gonna say, say too much, but I love my mom because she's still to this day like 100% for all 7 of us. Like it don't matter if it's wrong, right, whatever. Like she'll talk about it later, but sometimes she don't even talk about it. And I see like how tired she is now, and in my brain it's like, like I gotta make sure she could chill out. And I wish all of my other siblings, like felt like that. Like I love all my siblings, but we gotta get in the same place. No, yeah, we gotta. And like at the end of the day, what I was gonna say that's really important, like back to the first generation stuff. Like our parents are human too, bro. Like we have to realize they experience things that they don't want us to experience, and it would be dumber for us to experience what they don't want us to experience. And some people take that and run with it and be like, you know what? I don't care what mommy telling me because she did it, so I can't do it. No, dummy. That's why she's telling you not to do it, because she already did it. Like you don't see, like she's stressed out. Like why would she want you to be there? In terms of us choosing a partner, right? In terms of a living situation, in terms of how we speak to people, how we carry ourselves, whatever it is. And it's your job as an individual not to take it. And, we can't, it's not our parents' fault all the time. Yeah. You understand? There's people that get really great things instilled into them, and then they go out and be like, shit. Because they, all right, for example, the richer community, right? Mm-hmm. Those people got everything that they could ever want, but they don't have people that have attachment. Like they're not affectionate. Yep. So now it's like, I'm gonna go out and I want to experience what the hood experience, because I feel like all the hood people got love. Like they got all 30 kids living in the same house. Rich people don't experience us sleeping in the same bed together. Yeah. Waking up to we taking baths together. Like that's something I will never. I will thank you. I love all my cousins, my aunts, because those people have money and no family. You know what I mean? So it's just really important to give our parents grace as well. Like
for sure,
parents are people, teachers are people.
But parents got to be held accountable. If you had all these kids, you're responsible for all of them.
We're 30 years old. You still responsible?
No, yeah, you my child for life.
No, you are. But I'm just saying.
What I'm saying is though, it's like a lot of these parents, they push your kids off to. No, yeah. Oh my mama gonna watch them. Oh, my uncle gonna watch. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of that going on. You know what I'm saying? We don't talk about, if you sat there and said, hey, I'm gonna have this child, you are responsible for whatever happens afterwards.
Yeah, and then even now, I get like it takes the village to raise a kid, but don't be just dropping your kids off so you could go out twerking on like every once in a while. I guess
a little twerk session. All as women, we hold stress in our hips. You understand? So you gotta shake it out.
Look at release.
Anything to justify twerking.
You got a nice little wine. All right,
twerk is wine. Slow wine.
So slow.
You know, depression.
I ain't never heard that one.
Google it. Where we at?
Yeah, Google that shit.
Y'all niggas like Google so much. Google
it. Doctors, they taking that shit out with the BBLs now. There ain't no stress.
No BBLs on this end. Yeah, we feel all natural. We always all will be, okay?
Y'all get that pressure out with some stretching. Y'all shaking y'all ass. The pressure in your cheeks.
Nah.
You gotta stretch before you go shake it. You know what I'm saying? That I'm yoga certified, so yeah, we stretch it. Yes, it's
yoga class. Yoga. We got space.
Go stretch.
Again,
doing a downward dog and shit.
Yes.
About to stretch it out.
Come on, we got a mat. We got a mat.
So what you really saying is yoga ain't enough then?
No, yoga's not enough. No, I think to actually bust a sweat and be amongst peers and to drink responsibly. For me, I'm holding a corner. You know what I'm saying? Just listen to some music, real loud, little bass. You understand? When I hit you in your chest? Yeah.
Listen, let me get to this next topic, right?
Yeah.
Yo, make sure you hit that like button, man. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Hit the notification bell, man. Are traditional masculine norms harmful, or do they offer essential social guidance? What's your thoughts on this?
I'm loving. I'm sorry.
Just the preferences. We do hear this word a lot in society: toxic masculinity, right? So this is why that question is important. Like, is traditional masculinity harmful, or is it just something that is productive that we need in our society.
I think we need it. I think it's very productive.
We need to go back.
I don't want a yes man.
Come.
I don't want a yes man. I don't want to fight with you 24/7 like you on your period. When you have your monthly, like I have my monthly, but I do appreciate compromise and being able to move forward after a little 5-minute what the hell you was just talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like break it down. Let me understand. If I'm not understanding, help me understand. Give me a visual because I'm a visual person, right? Help me. You have to know your partner, right? Give me a little tap on the knee if I'm, cross the line. You see my chest is, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it sounds like you want the visual to be a fist in your eye. That be sounding crazy.
The views of June don't depict the views.
No, because it's like I already heard. Listen, because I already heard that when a nigga is complaining or expressing himself, it's looked at as he got a period. No. So he tried to be vocal.
No, it's the bickering. It's the bickering. Right?
He bickered because you ain't listening.
No, but you ain't listening. Are we children?
I mean, the thing is, to me,
it's not what you're saying.
What you mean?
I'm speaking from my experience.
Listening is an adult skill, though.
No, it is, but how you speak to people is an adult skill too. So you get what I'm saying?
But if you ain't listening,
all right. So for me, I know for a fact that I wasn't a good listener. You know what I'm saying? Like I've lost a few good men because.
And I listen.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So
appreciate that.
I learned the accountability.
I learned. I went into this relationship conscious, like I don't want to be a player no more. I'm gonna try to listen. I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna compromise. I'm gonna do a little assimilation too. You know what I'm saying? I was, did some research with the Muslim religion. I was like, all right, you feel me? I work with some Muslim. No, for real. Like I tapped in Rastafari. Like I was like, okay, let me try to do better, right?
I've done the work.
I promise you, if you listen to comprehend, it's going to be much more effective than just listening to react. I promise you. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'll be like, but what about? I'm like, damn, bitch, I ain't even get to finish my sentence. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I think on both parts, listening to respond is different from listening to comprehend and to hear. It does matter. So, you live and you learn. You will lose quality people if you're not able to listen and understand.
What age you think you came to this realization?
I would have to say in my 30s.
God damn.
Like 30.
Aren't you close?
Because I had the baby at 28. So
no, I'm not. Yeah. No, I'm not. That's not how I meant it. My fault. Like that's not how I'm just saying. Like
I just want to know, why is it so hard for women to communicate, or why do they? Yeah, why are they so defensive when it comes to a man approaching you about something?
I feel like communication gets defensive after you feel like over time you can't express yourself. I don't feel like naturally I'm defensive or for it. You understand what I'm saying? Like I feel like for me personally, I had to learn, and I want to take the L for what you said earlier, like learn listening to understand. Mm-hmm. I'm going to take the L for listening to just to respond, because at this point, I feel like when I do that, it's because you wasn't listening to me at all. So now I don't want to listen to you. And that's me being petty, and that's not going to get me nowhere. So I know that. One day at a time, though. Okay? One day at a time.
Baby steps.
Yeah, baby steps, but the steps isn't happening, right? In terms of like what you were saying with the defense. For me personally, I don't want to speak for nobody else, but I agree.
Yeah.
But I don't get defensive over it. I feel like sometimes I have the conversation with myself, like, it's not you're going to go in there, you're going to be really calm. And this is how it's going to, but even if it doesn't, and I try to explain what I want to explain in like 3 different ways in my brain before I go in, because if someone tells me they don't understand, I want to be able to explain it another way. Maybe they really don't understand, because you can't explain it to me one way, and maybe I don't understand it. So please explain it again, but maybe a different way.
I got a good example for you, right? Please. Because your homegirl be like, girl, you better go home and cook for your man. Y'all be like
Chinese food.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit.
But look, y'all would be more willing to
I could cook, but why all the time? I just had a baby 5 months. 5 months ago, you cooked.
Wait. Real quick. I heard you use that excuse like 10 times.
Yes, and I'm keep using
when is that not going to become an every age? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got a 3-year-old. I got a 4-year-old.
Once I get used to like my new norm, I feel like 5 months is not enough time, and men don't understand that. But you're never gonna understand the experience of a woman's body going through something like that. Y'all expect us to be okay right after, like.
No, we understand. We understand it takes time. We do.
Maybe some. All right. Maybe.
Yeah.
I take it back. Mm-hmm.
¿Hablas español?
Sprichst du Deutsch?
Komm du noch?
If you've had that sound from Babbel before, I bet you do. Babbel is the science-backed language learning app that actually works. With quick 10-minute lessons handcrafted by over 200 language experts, Babbel gets you on your way to speaking a new language in just a few weeks. With over 16 million subscriptions sold and a 20-day money-back guarantee, just start speaking another language with Babbel. Right now, up to 55% off your Babbel subscription at babbel.com/Spotify podcast. Spelled BABBEL.com/Spotify podcast. Rules and restrictions may apply.
My dad works in B2B marketing. He came by my school for career day and said he was a big ROAS man. Then he told everyone how much he loved calculating his return on ad spend. My friends still laugh at me to this day.
Not everyone gets B2B, but with LinkedIn, you'll be able to reach people who do. Get a $100 credit on your next ad campaign. Go to linkedin.com/campaign to claim your credit. That's linkedin.com/campaign. Terms and conditions apply. LinkedIn, the place to be. To be.
Y'all was about to go in. I'm gonna take it back. It's back. But not yeah.
Well, I was about to say though, when women hear other women tell them something, like she could say, "Girl, go cook for your man." Y'all send or receive that like, oh, "Okay, you right, girl," or "He gonna eat Chinese food tonight." But if I came home like, "Yo, what?
Are you gonna cook?
You cooking for me, or you making something?" Nigga, you ain't got no slave. It's just like. I just said the same thing she said.
My thing is, if you're in a relationship, a functional relationship, you're supposed to discuss the meal by 12 o'clock.
Yeah,
by lunch, you're supposed to be discussing dinner. Hey, what you want to eat? Or, babe, I feel like this. So you're supposed to be working that out together. Right. Whether you're going to pick it up and bring the pasta home or she going to bring the rotisserie or however. You understand? That's supposed to be discussing. That shouldn't be at 6:30. I'm talking about dinner.
And
now that was the battle. Especially you had kids.
How much time you had today?
You had to ask. It's already too late.
Yeah,
I don't feel like that. Sometimes you can feel like during the day, like, yo, I don't feel like cooking. If you know that at 12 o'clock.
Yes, like I'm not cooking today. I know when I'm not cooking.
Say that. Yeah, I mean. So who was supposed to communicate that if you in the house with your baby?
Wait, what?
I said, who's supposed to?
Wait, what?
You said you in the house with the baby. You ain't feel like cooking. Who you told?
What you mean? Who I told?
Look, see, niggas got to find out when you get it. Like,
I ain't gonna lie, I was asleep. You gonna come at me and the baby still gonna be. I ain't gonna lie. No, I'm joking.
Shit, his food right there. All you gotta do is pop it out.
Yeah, I think. See, now that you're on the show, you understand. You should be going all over the place. Like, you know what I'm saying?
No,
like,
this is what I was telling y'all.
No, but like
I'm trying to catch the little glimpses of Big 12. I'll be like, "Ooh, that was good," and then they move on. I'll be like, "Damn!" Like I'll be on my TV.
That's good when it flows. It's good. It doesn't really matter to us. But I think we need that. We need traditional masculinity. I think we've been watering it down so much. I think we've been pushing our young boys to be much more feminine and we get like, you know, it is important for young boys to express their emotions, but now we almost, you know, we coddle them too much. We want them to over express themselves, and then when they get too emotional, then they get raised and they y'all complain that the nigga sassy and all this shit. So it's like, you know, we need that, the strength, we need that competitiveness, we need that dominance, we need like the independence, the discipline. We need all of these traditional.
Middle ground.
No, there is a middle ground, yes, but we still need that tradition. We can't keep saying everything is toxic or just because of whatever the case is. There are some aspects of toxic masculinity, just like there's some aspects of toxic femininity. Like, you know what I'm saying? But overall, we can't diminish the value of masculinity.
I mean, you see it in the kids today. Like, these kids today out here is different, bro. Like, I remember shots never used to really ring off in the daytime. Now, they don't give a fuck where they at, what time of day it is. It could be the brightest sunlight out, and what you said, like I'm like, bro, like you know, yeah, they just different,
more emotional, and that's because they've been encouraged to be emotional, and sometimes that could turn into a school shooting, to fucking you just get emotional because a nigga was cutting your ass, and now you gotta shoot the nigga, some dumb shit. Like, you know what I mean?
And that's a discipline too. Like they don't feel like there's no consequence for their behavior. So they gonna behave how they want to behave.
I feel like things worked back in the days. Like when I think about, and it's nothing that I can speak for because I wasn't there, I wasn't born yet. But just from what like media stories that I've heard from family, just of what the times were back then, they were more men, and I don't know about different races, but they were more black men at home. They were going to work, coming home. The wife had the dinner made, and the kids was already bathed, and that was the norm for a lot of families. And I've heard stories. I got family, the movies, like that's just something that we've seen, and now in our movies nowadays and our like regular everyday encounters, we don't have that. The men are in the NFL, NBA. They trying to be athletes. They trying to make it. They own a
rappers.
They in the
booth trap.
They in the studio. They left the family.
Let us cut you because I kind of want you to answer this. So when you were saying like you feel like it worked and it was the norm, just because it was the norm, did you think every party was happy? Like, did you think every female wanted to be like at home? Like, because before it was like it had to be the female was home, the female was cooking, the man was at work. So
it was a movement. It's a movement, and that's why I said we need to go back to that because something in that work. Not saying that every party in that was happy, maybe not, but we had more.
Better outcomes.
We had more black men graduating from high school.
That's true.
Than we do today. Yeah, we had our black kids reading at their level, if not better. Facts. You know, we had the statistics of black African Americans, both male and female, in these prestigious colleges, HBCUs. Nobody wants to go to HBCUs.
Nobody wants to go to college.
Some people.
I mean, at the end of the day, you don't have to go to college to be successful.
True. And again, that's
to have the debt is not.
It's the movement.
I'm going to say, it's
not it.
It's some money.
It's the movement. We in the AI stage.
Yeah, but just to piggyback, like, that's go back to the nuclear family. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. We had that. We talk about it all the time, that the community, like, that aspect, our women felt much more protected. You know what I mean? Like, the boys are much more, they had that father figure in their life, so they saw what his duty was. Like, you know, the woman saw what her responsibilities was. Now there kind of is no gender roles nowadays because everybody, you know, the woman want to be the man want to be the man.
Well, women don't see the importance in men now. I mean,
that's because they only equate all the importance to finances. Like
some women, that's correct.
Which women? Because I need a man. I don't know.
I need a man. No, but it should be all aspects. First of all, finance could just kick.
Once women started getting money, they don't care about what a nigga could get, you know, because they were using men for money at a point because they needed the financial stability.
That's understandable, but I just feel like emotional support is very, very important. And I'm not saying like to be too emotional, but to be able to respond to it is very important. A lot of men neglect the fact that you have to be able to support your woman, your kid, anything in an emotional moment, whether it's a kid that's a female or a male or like a little boy or a little girl. Just because he's a little boy, you're not going to be like, if they both running and they both fall, right? You're going to go to the little girl like, oh my gosh, are you okay? But you're going to go to the little boy like, no, wipe it off, get up, run around. No, I do that way. If I'm working with kids, as soon as you're like, oh my gosh, they're crying. No, oh my gosh, stand up, jump a jack, wipe it off, you good? Smile, run away. Like, you have to do that. It doesn't matter if you're a little boy or a little girl. So you have to learn how to still respond to their emotions, but push them forward. And it's not giving the girl a masculine push, but it's also letting her know, like, you don't have to see you cry every single time. Never cry, all right? But you don't got to see you cry every single time. Like, I'll be honest about that. But, you know, like, it's still giving them a push even from, you know, when they're smaller. Like, it's not about the masculine quality, but it's you can do it yourself. Like, you don't have to rely on a man or a female, like whatever you choose, your spouse or whatever to be when you're older. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, we go by all of this masculinity, or we want a family, but we also go by the mentality that it's nobody is obligated to save you. You get what I'm saying? So if you got to make it in the world by yourself, you got to have your own bread, you got to have your own stuff. Yeah. Nobody is obligated to save you. So, like, where are we? You get what I'm saying? So it's a little bit, that's why I say it's a big middle ground.
Yeah. My 13-year-old, sorry to cut you, and before he was 13, I just wanted some sort of military group happening in the park. I'm like, the parks are right there. Where are the all-male groups? I just need these little niggas to learn how to line up and just stand still because, you know, not to go there, but I'm going to go there. Like, if KKK stop walking down Flatbush Avenue, like, what's the plan? You know what I'm saying? Like, who's doing what? Like, who's the shooter? Who's, you know, making the clothes? Who's protecting the women? Who's guiding? Like, we don't have no plan as a community. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't matter who's president.
No, we got the shooters for ourselves. For ourselves.
Yeah. But where's the ammo, right? Who's reloading? Like, all of this. You know, I just felt like we don't have a plan on a community level for our young men. Even, like, with the jobs. The corner stores, like, all the young men. I see all these young men from different races working. Whether they Venezuelan, whether they Mexican, whether they Arabian, whether they Asian, all the 15, 16, 14, 13, they got things to do. Our young boys don't have nothing to do. They mobbing, they making it work however they can. You know what I'm saying? Feeding each other when they gotta feed each other, giving each other that love when they gotta give each other that love. Who got bread, gonna give somebody a haircut, who got, you know what I'm saying? So the love is definitely there, but it's the balance is off, you know, and shout outs to all the stepfathers, the uncles, you know what I'm saying, that help out.
Yeah,
you know?
we definitely need but I think that's part of the reason why they wanted to dismantle the nuclear family, because they seen how powerful that community was. Like, you know what I mean? Then they actively made it a mission to take the black men out. Like, we talk all the time, like, there aren't as much resources and funding for black boys and men. Like, it just isn't there. Like, you get what I'm saying? And I do agree with you. There needs to be more of a community effort. But just in general, like you said, the Venezuelans and these motherfuckers is getting jobs. Yeah, they're getting jobs, but they're also getting other benefits that we're not getting in our community. Like these migrants,
$700 billion or something like that.
Together for the positive stuff. Let us be like, yo, we gonna go shoot this. Yo, all the all the African Americans, we outside. But like, you're gonna see us. You might have a little 1-2 Spanish, whatever. But let us be like, yo, I seen this fire ad online. Let's all go apply for this job. I sent it to 30 people, but only 4 of us is going. I can't get to the job, and that's another thing.
But let a designer have a sale. Everybody and their mama on that line.
Yeah, everybody.
Disappointment.
Outside at Foot Locker, not me, because I don't care for the secrets. Like, if you're cute Converse and I'm Gucci, like something else. But
I just kind of want to know what happened to the community. Like, what flashes back in my head is, as a kid, I could go outside, right? My family is upstairs. I live on the 3rd floor. They're watching me from the window. I'm able to, socialize in my area. And if I was doing something wrong, or if something happened, there was another adult in my vicinity, my neighborhood, my area, that was like, I know your grandmother. I know your mother. You better act right. And it used to like, oh shit, like, yo, he about to go tell my mom, I'm gonna relax, or she about to go tell whatever. So we don't have that no more. Now it's like the kids in that scenario. Tell my mom. What? Tell my mom. Am my mother gonna?
Matter of fact, I'm gonna call my mom.
The amount of SMDs I be hearing from these little kids, I be like, ain't no way. They like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
how we used to be on the train, I always used to be.
Shut your old ass up.
I don't want to give myself, make it seem like I was goody two shoes, but I don't think we was wilding on the trains, cursing and swinging on.
They're surfing the trains. What are you talking about?
I mean,
niggas subway surfing and made that shit real.
Not the top. The top in the middle.
That's not surfing.
No. Not compared to what they doing.
Between the cars and being on top.
They're running on top of it now.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
My little brother showed me a video of them surfing, and he said he knew them, like it was from his school. I said, bro, if I see you doing that, I'm beating your ass, bro. Like, I'm letting you know right now.
Why are you doing that?
It's just like, why?
That's retarded.
What happened? And we can't blame that type of situation on the government.
No, the problem is too many children are having children, and in that process, and I don't just mean by age, like children, mentality, you know what I mean? We don't know how to mentally, physically support a child, and we're ignoring their needs, and then that child then has a child, and it just... That's the revolving circle that we're dealing with.
And don't get me wrong, we all did stupid shit when we was young. But I don't remember taking life or death chances. Like, you know what I mean? Like, who the fuck?
Russian roulette.
Who the fuck is surfing the subway, bro? Or some Spider-Man shit, bro.
That's crazy. But you were saying,
it's a rush.
Like,
I can imagine.
Like kids are having kids.
My fault.
No, you're good. But like kids are having kids, but you have to realize, like, everybody has to have like their first kid. So even if we have people that have experience, no, not everybody. I'm saying whoever has a kid you have to have your first one or to have two, whatever the situation is, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so my thing is, like, we do have the experience from older people before us, but like, when does it like stop? Like, where does the line get drawn for in terms of us learning?
I think if we consider getting married before we had a child, it would fix a lot of the issues.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, but if you think about
you get married before you carry, and people gonna say, "Oh, marriage don't." You never heard that one?
Yeah. Very important.
And then people will try to justify, "Oh, marriages don't always work," and that's understandable. But there's a better success rate there with the child.
Mm-hmm.
Today's society, with just our traditions, when you do get married, you don't get the benefits. You know what I'm saying? So with the Jewish community, you know, they get married and they still get benefits.
What benefits?
What benefits?
They be getting welfare. They be.
Are you talking about what?
Yeah. When you get married,
they be having babies with
if you want benefits.
You said they still get the benefits if you married in the Jewish community?
Yeah, because they don't do it. Their marriage is different.
I ain't gonna hold y'all. You better stop talking about the
stop
people
talking about them
before we don't get no.
This building is owned by a Jews now.
The tradition, for me, honestly, it's our traditions. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's our traditions, and the way they live their life is the way we're supposed to be living our life. Like, even like Friday, like today's a Sabbath. Like, you're not supposed to be doing nothing. We're supposed to be building. Like, what we're doing is great, building, bonding, and talking about future things. So we're in the right realms of it all. But are we doing this every Friday? Like, where's the bread, the wine? You know what I'm saying? Like, are we really trying to put our money together, 5% at the end of the day to build something? Because that's what they have done. They have showed and proved. Even the
Yeah, but they don't got a government trying to take them down when they try to build shit though. Man.
I mean, the thing is, they know how to beat.
How to be what?
To beat it.
How
in terms of not beat it, but in terms even with the marriage.
They're not trying to stop them from doing nothing.
No, but it's not even that. They got the whole, what is that?
They got a different
Kingston,
advantage.
what is that? Eastern Parkway, Master. My thing is,
and they've been had that.
That's true, but as African Americans, we don't know how to come together.
Yeah, I'm like,
y'all know they have black communities that was thriving. And they literally bombed them.
Say it again, though.
Bomb and flood.
Like what we have right now. That's what I'm saying. Like, what are we? That's what she's saying. Like, what are we bringing back?
But what I'm saying is, they built that from a long time ago. Nobody tried to stop them, and they continued to flourish. If they would have let us rock, we probably would have been there too.
Right, but we're not there no more, so probably don't even matter.
Because they kept us in poverty with liquor stores and Chinese restaurants that we all spend our money on. It's not. We don't stop it at all. We don't say, hey, you know what? I'm gonna stop going here. And it goes to what you said. Oh, you better go get some Chinese food because you need to take your ass in the house and cook us some dinner.
You see how convenient those stores are, like the healthy. You have to find them. You have to drive to get a smoothie.
No, listen.
Like the Chinese restaurants are everywhere.
Growing up, being from Flatbush and working in neighborhoods like East New York and Brownsville, and seeing the difference in the vegetables and just different healthy food options, it was devastating. Or like 07, 08. You know, it was like, oh my gosh, like I was pregnant. I just wanted some fruit. Why I got to spend $10 in the grocery store for some fruit? Where's the fruit stand? Where's the fruit stand?
Yo, there used to be a lot of them. They ain't got no more.
Where's the fruit stand? So
they got the watermelon. That's about it. Like,
you know what I'm saying? You gonna get watermelon. You gonna get
seeds.
With seeds, that's a whole other $20 you got to pay for the seed.
That's funny.
So mention the liquor stores again. Driving around different neighborhoods.
We don't own none of them either.
It's not, but back in the days,
honestly,
we did.
My
mom said back in the days, Brooklyn, especially Crown Heights.
We sold everything.
Yes, for $2 million. She talked about it. They make $2 million like a week, a month, So I think just moving forward, we need to get our shit together. Like, what are we doing right now?
Yeah. What are we doing? We too busy having these motherfucking gender wars and trying to justify why we shouldn't be with one another, and that's affecting us. So, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I feel like for me, back in the days, with like homosexuality, people always, history shows like people was freaking off, but they also procreated. They also still had kids.
Right.
Like power to the people, like human rights. You know what I'm saying? It goes back.
You had a random jab in there.
What you said?
That wasn't random. That was.
You said.
Homosexuality goes back.
But you saying that they
still having kids.
Oh,
okay. They still doing that now.
Still having kids. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So now when people's like, I don't want to have no kids.
You saying they should do that now?
Huh?
You saying they should do that now?
What, have kids?
Yeah.
I think if we want to rule the earth, we need to still have kids.
You know who complains about having kids more than anything? Successful women. I'm not gonna hold you. Every time you see a successful woman,
like I don't know how successful I am. In my spirit, I'm very successful.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the ones with money, them rich aunties. They I don't know. Successful men too, I think, is the same way too. They try to keep their money to themselves. But a lot of niggas that got money don't mind breeding and having a family. Women with money, they want that money to themselves, so they go on vacations, get dick down in the log.
I mean, I can't speak for those women. I can't speak where they at in the chat. I can't
put that in the chat. That's you. Isn't that you? Put that in the chat.
Put that. He said, jumping one in the chat. Like, listen, let me get to this last stop before we get up out of here. Do you think it's fair for someone to complain about the dating market while knowingly playing a role as the side person?
Yo.
Oh, that's a hot one.
Yeah, that must be a hot one.
Oh, damn.
That was some heat.
You go, look, my spirit is hot. You go first. Because
Okay. Don't look too hard, because I don't play the side to nothing. But
that you know of, like I'm saying.
you know, and the type of woman I am, I know. So I don't play the side.
You do go through phones.
Hello,
Right.
tune in, okay?
He said I was his girl on that text with Bradley.
But nah, there's just no way. I'm sorry. Like, I'm sorry. I can't. I don't. How do I put it in words, y'all? Because y'all gonna make me go first, and it's like I wanted to hear what y'all had to say first. Because
very short. Say what you. I just feel like say what you mean and mean what you say, and when you do something, don't hide your hands behind it. You feel what I'm saying? Because you're not gonna play his side piece knowing willingly, like knowing who the person is, like being. You get what I'm saying? And then when it's time to get up about it, it's, oh no, I ain't mean. What the fuck you mean you ain't mean? But you meant what you meant when you was doing what you was doing. You understand what I'm saying? Or females, male, whoever it is. So I feel like you cannot have.
Your kid can eat it too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's,
like
I was
that's
trying,
it. That's
I was trying to
it.
find the phrase, y'all. I just
You
couldn't
can't
get it
do
out.
that.
Like,
But who said you can't have your cake and eat it? Ain't that
I
the
said
purpose of
that.
cake?
meaning
Yes,
like
I like that saying.
if you're in that situation,
It's a nice
if
saying.
you are if
You
you're,
like that
if you're a
saying, too.
female and you're the side piece and you willingly went into this situation knowing that man had a girl, had a wife, and he call you or you call him and he don't answer and you start blowing it up. Nah, I'm blowing his phone up now. And now you're intruding on a situation that you willingly went into.
Facts.
Why are you setting up chaos?
Mm-hmm.
Know your role. That man ain't answer that phone on that first ring. He had home
Period.
with his girl.
After 9,
Like,
how the song go?
After 9
yeah,
like,
you know,
it's like,
you know.
know
Also,
your
when you want to
role.
answer this question next, that was a good.
Yeah, I want to hear what y'all got to say.
What was the question? Don't
No.
what? Don't.
Do people complain about the dating pool while participating and being like the side person?
I think the reason that they side pieces is because of the dating pool. Like, you know what I mean?
No, the reason
Yo,
I feel
they
like
say if you want
But
a
the
good
numbers
woman, you
are
got to
off.
steal one. Like,
But
damn.
that's
I
not
never
a good
heard
person.
that one. Oh my
You
God.
can't be a good person if you
If you want a good woman, you got to steal one.
Blood clot.
Because she probably in a relationship. Somebody already locked it up already.
Ain't no good person.
You sound like you know about stealing. First of all,
Not the way.
First of all, I would never steal a woman out of no relationship and wife her up, bro. Because if I could steal you, I don't want you.
Right.
Okay, but forget the wifing up part.
That's not.
Yeah.
Would you ever see yourself in a situation where you feel like, damn, I gotta do a little bit more. I gotta
And
come
on
out
the
of
side?
my for a side.
I don't know.
Okay, so a guy wouldn't feel like that. There are a lot of women that I see,
Mhm.
just social media wise, that like, for example, R.I.P. Rich Homie Quan, right? The side piece, Erica Banks, and I don't care. The side piece posting all these videos on Insta the day that the shit was announced, and you talking like, oh yeah, that's crazy, but nobody ever knew y'all was dating. You was a side while he was living.
Damn.
But now, and I stuff like that, I can't respect. As a woman, it's like, know your place. You was hidden while he was living.
Mm-hmm.
So let the people around him who actually love him, care about him.
Who's his main girl?
Wait. How you know she just wasn't just showing like her condolences? Why you jumping?
Your captions would be different. She's, oh my God,
No, yeah,
I love you. Like
it was a whole big fallout. Y'all got to tune in. But her and another Akbar, they went back and forth, and it was actually like tweets about it. Like, this is a known side. Right. She was the known side. Like, they were not exclusive. They were never ever seen public. So it's like, if we don't know about Erica Banks and Rich Homie Quan while this man is breathing and he's living, why would you feel?
But you just said she was a known side, though. See, I didn't.
No, I mean, like, now it's out there.
Oh, y'all didn't know that before?
Publicly,
no.
So, like, you're a side.
So you
were a side.
This nigga a good investigator.
That's the question.
Think about doing a shade room right after this shit.
Nah, I'm not. I'm not interested.
I think a lot of people complain about the dating pool because they just don't know how to attract the right person. Like, you know what I mean? Like, a lot of people will. Because when I hear people talk about this pee in the dating pool, I guess there is. But if you know what you want and you know how to vet properly, you can avoid all of that piss. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, you don't know how to attract that person, that woman, that man. And now, because you don't know how to attract them, now, they done pulled this guy pissed in it. Like, nah, like,
I
y'all,
feel
y'all
sometimes
just
we
don't
attract-
know. Like,
I feel like sometimes we attract like our trauma. Like, you know,
Yeah,
like
no,
something that we're
for
comfortable
sure.
with. A lot of the times that's what
For
happens.
sure.
Like, we're comfortable. And then, like, when you get into something that's new to you, you don't understand it. Like, you ever, I don't know, like people who are in a situation that might have been crazy, and then they finally get with somebody who's actually treating them right, and they are not in a place to, you know, to return the energy, right?
Yeah, never at that time
so
for
it's
some
like,
reason.
yo, like how you were saying,
Listen,
like,
I'm
yo, why you
healing.
so close a little bit,
Yeah,
like
the
give me 2
journey.
seconds. And for her, it's like, dang, bro, like you don't fuck with me, kind of thing. So it's just sometimes it's not the right time to not
was
place,
received,
not,
yeah.
not the right space for maybe you and the individual. But it definitely sometimes we, for the most part, I feel like a lot of people we attract what makes us comfortable, and most of the time that's our trauma, what we were comfortable with.
Oh,
but childhood styles.
That might be some on her part too. Like she overly
Overly,
affectionate. You
that's
know what I
true.
mean? So it might be a little bit of both.
To be able to acknowledge that, you know,
Mhm.
because I feel like I've heard that recently, you know, like I'm overly affectionate. Or I can be overly just in your face. And I'm like, well, once you feel like over, don't cross the over. Like if you can say it to me, acknowledge it. Like when we get to that point, don't do over, because then I'm going to react.
Yeah.
And, you know.
yeah, because I'm saying, like, we did this show for long enough. I mean, we heard every outrageous thing a woman could possibly say. Like, you know what I'm saying?
So
But I don't, I me personally, I don't go and be like, damn, all these women is like this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know because of these conversations, I know who to avoid at this point. Like, you get what I'm saying? I know what questions to ask. I know, like, if you're going to be a red flag, like, you get what I'm saying? So I'm not.
This episode is brought to you by Skinny Pop Popcorn. Perfectly popped, endlessly delicious. Oh, so light and crunchy. Skinny Pop Original Popcorn is the snack you've been searching for. Made with just 3 simple ingredients: popcorn kernels, sunflower oil, and salt. Snacking never felt or tasted so good. Perfectly popped, endlessly delicious. Give yourself permission to snack and pick up Skinny Pop Original Popcorn today.
Bored at home? Head over to Chumba Casino and join some serious social casino fun. With hundreds of games at your fingertips, no purchase necessary. You can play anytime, anywhere. There's a special welcome bonus waiting for you when you sign up. Play for fun, play for free, and you could even redeem some great prizes. Visit ChumbaCasino.com and get ready to reel in the fun. Sponsored by Chumba Casino. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus terms and conditions apply.
Giving out all the secrets.
Crazy podcast.
My fault. Like, you know, but just in general, like, you learn through the dating pool who to avoid, like, and then now your vetting process is better. Like, you get what I'm saying? So if you don't have a vetting process, or you're just looking at superficial things like, oh, this nigga 6 feet, or he make this amount, he got a Lamborghini or whatever, or you looking at her, she got a fat ass, like, bro, y'all not looking at the right things. Like, you can't complain about the dating market if you're not looking at the right things.
You got that ass.
I think also to manifest.
This is why this nigga single now. Like,
whether it's prayer, whether it's manifestation, to be able to say, I want that 6 foot, or I want that Lamborghini, even if it's your home. Like, I want those panoramic windows, floor to ceiling, to be able to say what you want. That's very important in life. Like,
yeah, but you got to say the quality of man you want. Like,
that's
like y'all be
important.
Women be saying all of this shit, but y'all never say, I want a man to be loyal. I want a man to be family. Or when we ask women what they want in men, it's always 6 feet, money. Like, he got to be a business owner. He got to, like, what about, is he family oriented? Does he believe in God? Does he know how to treat you right? Y'all don't ask none of this shit. Y'all go. Some women. Yeah, some women don't be asking none of this. Like, you get what I'm saying? So, but then you're surprised because, oh, he's toxic. He might be 6 feet. He might be chocolate. He might be whatever the case is. But he beat your ass. Like, you know what I'm saying? You ain't asked for that. When you did your Sierra's prayer, you ain't asked for that. You asked for all the other shit. You know what I'm saying?
But she's the bomb. Okay, Sierra's the bomb.
Yeah, but everybody ain't Sierra's. So
no, everybody's Sierra. Everybody's themselves, and everybody has their own traits. We all have things to work on. We all have great qualities. We're all human. You feel what I'm saying? And we all got a little toxic in this. It doesn't matter how nice you are. It's just you have to know how to mold that and keep it going. And that's me. Like, I got to learn how to mold my.
A lot of us
to be in the background and just make sure your good qualities show more, so that the person you love or care about knows that is, there. We all have our hard moments that we can't communicate.
A lot of people block their blessings chasing over the person that don't want them. You get what I'm saying? We waste a lot of time chasing a lot of niggas stay in the bro lane, being shorty bro and chauffeur, driving her around town, knowing damn well she not trying to commit to you. And then a lot of females trying to tie a nigga down, hoping she drop a baby, he commit, or if I get him pussy a lot.
Yeah, just really back it up.
Yeah.
Arch.
And you gonna stay in that lane.
Like me. Sorry.
Hey, I'll pop that little pussy real quick.
I just like it here. Nah, sorry.
Anyway, man, we appreciate y'all for being on the show. Again, let them know where they can follow you at.
All right, guys. Thank y'all. Y'all can follow me on Instagram at tropics_J, and my business page. Book me for makeup, aesthetics, and here at the Dollface Factory.
Period. You can follow me at sy.syyyy_psy.psy. Yeah, I'm there.
No slogan?
Dance if you want. Outside.
All right. You can follow me at the Carrot Top, or you could shop at carrotcollection.com.
Wait, what's your hat say real quick?
Miss
Grippy.
Oh.
I need one. Carrotcollection.com.
Oh, you can buy it on her website.
Yes, I'm tuning
Yo.
If you don't got the grip, you don't be buying that.
I'm sorry. I was not prepared.
about to say, don't be out here lying.
I'm about to say, does the hat make it grippy for them?
No.
Nah, the hat does not come with the grip. The hat does not come with the grip.
Order it for somebody else that got the grippy. Like.
That's false advertising.
Do some Kegels. 30 Kegels right now. 30 Kegels right now.
I don't even
You have the grip. 30 Kegels right now. Let's go. Right now. We got you.
Y'all can follow me, everything Brooklyn, EVERYTHING, Brooklyn, INC.
Out here.
Listen, man. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Like if y'all didn't already comment. If y'all agree, disagree, if y'all thought some shit I was wrong, the guest was wrong, just comment, man. Like
we need that.
And cop the merch, man. Except for this is exclusive. But hit Ace up. He might
hit me up. I got you.
Dailyrapupcrew.co, man.
That
was it, man.
Yay, that was good. That was fun.